What's going on YouTube? So we have another video. This should be a really quick one. As you can see on your screen, we have this phone organizer thing that I saw on Amazon. It's actually something my dad got, so he wanted another one that was like inclined for a bit, so I decided to give this a go. Should be a relatively simple project. So I forgot to record me modeling up this divider, so what I'm doing right now is creating two different dividers just in a configuration so that I can have a or a divider that's, you know, 2 tabs and another one that's 3 tabs, because that's just how that was in the actual project. Some of them are 3 tabs, some of them are 2 tabs. So the reason why I did the divider first is because I'm not gonna have the physical product on my hands at all times, and I figured that the if I start with a divider, what I can do is, you know, make a block, just a simple, just rectangular block, and then use the divider itself in an assembly to mark out where, or the position of the inserts or the cutouts where the dividers will insert into, which is what I'm doing right now. So after, you know, I decide where I want things to be lined up and all that, I just cut these out. Cutting up, or I guess making all of the next ones, should be relatively straightforward. What you really have to do is just use a linear sketch pattern to make as many as you need. I believe the spacing on the actual thing was 20 millimeters or 18 millimeters, something like that. So I'm pretty sure I went with 20, so I'm able to get like 7 or 8 total or sections where I can slot these into. So that means I'm gonna have to print out like 8 of these dividers. So after that, it's relatively simple. I don't think, at least for this first design, I'll do too much with the actual, you know, base, like as far as designing it and making it look kind of nice. What I'm doing now is, you know, since it does need to be a bit angled, I'm gonna make it kind of like a ramp. I chose like 5 degrees, and then I'm gonna cut out this middle section because I don't need all of that mass. So I'm putting it in the slicer just so I can take a look at, you know, what it looks like when it's tilted. And like I said, I figured that 5 degrees might not be too much, so I'm gonna go with 8 and make it so that's a little bit more material, but that's okay. So yeah, I'm gonna decide to have the texture on the front face of the plate and start printing from there. Okay, so here we have it. The part is fully printed out. I have these 7 or 8 dividers here as well. Like 4 of them are the ones with 2 tabs only, and then the other 3 are 3 tabs. I'm assuming that's just for more reinforcement. I really don't know why they decided to do a 2 and 3 slot versions of this. I just decided to copy the model for one, so let's just make sure that this is, you know, actually fitting in here, and it does seem to fit in quite well. Like, I don't know if I mentioned this, but when I ever make slots for things to feed into, I would like to give, at least what works for me, is a 1 millimeter clearance. So if the hole size should be 1 millimeter slightly bigger than the actual things being inserted into it, at least when it's like a rectangular or square thing. So now I'm putting, you know, here we have a look at what the phone looks like when it's on there. The only other device I have is a tablet, at least readily available with me, so I can't really show off a fully stacked separator or fully loaded separator. One thing I don't like is that it leans forward. So I mean, I guess taking off my phone protector case kind of alleviates that issue, but maybe there's something we can do. But like I said, this is for my dad, and this is supposed to be just a really quick design. Hopefully he likes it, and well, I guess we'll catch you on the next video.